What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. says Jamal Charlo's nothing special. He's just another person in his way. I'm going to dominate Canelo Alvarez too. Those are some bold words coming from Chris Eubank Jr. You know, of course, he hasn't been shy of confidence ever. You know, he is son of the legend Chris Eubank Sr. And, you know, as of late, I was impressed on his victory at 168 pounds, where he took out his nemesis, or should I say rival. I forget his name now. Has a cute sister. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. It'll come to me. You know what? And actually, he retired, this particular fighter. And I was very impressed with Chris Eubank Jr. His name is coming here shortly. James DeGale. Okay. When he took out James DeGale, I was very impressed. You know, I think that Chris Eubank Jr. is on the up and up. I think he has a lot to prove. I think honestly, he needs to focus really on Carball, you know, because if he doesn't, he could end up in a situation where Jarmall Charlo was. And a lot of people think Jamal Charlo lost. I think Jamal Charlo had a tough fight with Carball. I think Carball dominated him with his counterpunching abilities. Despite his age, he is very dangerous. And he only still has 2 losses. Carball does, you know, and Chris Eubank better focus on him besides calling out a fighter that you intend to fight. A lot of people do the same thing. They make that mistake. They start looking over and through their opponent when they have to realize that Matt Carball is definitely a threat. He's definitely a person that could upset the whole plan for a potential fight with Jamal, which he's been beefing with lately, on top of let alone a fight with Canelo, right? So, you know, and lately, the people that called out Canelo has been doing poorly, if you notice. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can ask Billy Joe and Beefy Smith's brother about that. You know what I mean? Callum Smith. So those 2 guys, I think they should wait. I think he should focus on Matt Carball. I look forward to him fighting Matt Carball because I'm interested to see what Chris Eubank and how he will fight that guy. Because Matt Carball's a sharpshooting southpaw. You know, the only thing that'll help Chris Eubank, maybe he caught him at a time where he's most vulnerable, because maybe the Jamal Charlo fight was one of the last good performances that he had to produce. You know what I'm saying? Because that could happen a lot. You know, father time will catch up with us all. It will. You know, the question is, has it caught up with Matt Carball? You know what I mean? Because that guy, I'm going to tell you, I think he's 37 now. No, he's still 36. He'll be 37 in January, which is less than a month away. Okay, so let's see what he can do at that time. You know, they square off on the 7th. You know, of course, we have a full night of boxing that night. So I'm looking forward to seeing Chris Eubank Jr. taking on Matt Carball. But I think he should really focus on Matt Carball before talking about Jamal Charlo. Now, speaking of his comments about Jamal Charlo, those guys have been beefing a lot, okay? Which is great for boxing, for build-up. But it doesn't mean shit until they get into the ring, honestly, okay? You go to the back and forth with things of that. You know, Jamal Charlo called Chris Eubank Jr. chinny, okay? I don't really see where he gets that from. If anything, Chris Eubank is tough. I think he lacks skill, you know, experience. You know what I mean? I think 168 is too big for him, so I think he should come back and stay at 160. But other than that, that looks like a good fight, Chris Eubank Jr. and Jamal Charlo. You know, I'm definitely interested in looking at that fight. And it gives Jamal someone to fight. Because let's face it, where are all the middleweights fighting at? What network? The Zone. Okay. So he really doesn't have too many options anyway. Okay. But again, of course, Chris Eubank Jr. has to get past Matt Carball to even think about Jarmall Charlo, let alone Canelo. Okay, so that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Chris Eubank's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.